Radio International. You are listening to our 1-hour broadcast in English for listeners in North America, the East Coast. We can also be heard on the internet in WMA, MP3, and AAC Plus formats at www.rri.ro/1. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Flickr, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, and SoundCloud. We wish you good healthy conditions. Welcome to this broadcast on Radio Romania International. As usual, we begin with the news bulletin, followed by a report from the annual meeting of Romanian diplomats. Later in the newsroom, we bring you a commentary on the cultural events held in Bucharest these days. Now the news with Mihaela Ignatescu.
President Klaus Iohannis intends to give an address in Parliament on September 16. Bucharest might conclude a new agreement with the IMF and the EU to protect itself against market shock, says Finance Minister Eugen Pavlovic. According to the National Statistics Institute, Romania's economy registered a growth of 3.8% in the first 6 months of the year. The President of Romania, Klaus Iohannis, on Friday sent a letter to the heads of Senate and Chamber of Deputies announcing his intention to address Parliament on September 16th. The head of state last gave an address in Parliament on June the 22nd when he presented Romania's national strategy for 2015-2019. Subsequently endorsed by the two chambers of Parliament, the defense strategy brings forth a new concept of broadened security. The Romanian Foreign Minister Bogdan Aurescu is taking part in Luxembourg in an informal meeting of the EU foreign ministers. According to the Romanian Foreign Ministry, talks on topics like the new eastern border, particularly recent developments in Ukraine and the relation with the Russian Federation, the Middle East crisis, relations with Iran, and the immigrant crisis. Special attention will be paid to the state of the reform process in the countries on the east of the EU, particularly the Republic of Moldova, Georgia and Ukraine, the security situation in eastern Ukraine, and the measures required for the immediate implementation of the Minsk Agreement. Bucharest might sign a new assistance agreement with the International Monetary Fund and the European Union in 2016 to protect its economy against market shocks, the Finance Minister Eugen Pavlovic told Bloomberg. According to him, Romania stands on its own and does not need IMF funding, but a flexible deal would be a good idea as a safety net against market instability. Since the start of the economic crisis in 2009 to date, Romania has signed 3 consecutive loan agreements with the IMF and the EU, which served as an anchor for the governmental policies related to the budget, the privatization of state-owned companies, and the economy. The current agreement with the IMF amounts to €2 billion, but so far Bucharest has not used this money. In the first 6 months of the year 2015, Romania's economy grew by 3.8% as compared with the same period last year, said on Friday the National Statistics Institute. The sectors that contributed the most to the growth of the GDP in the first semester of the year were trade, transport, vehicle maintenance, hotels and restaurants, communications and industry. Exports, on the other hand, impacted the GDP negatively as they were lower than imports. Economic growth was prompted mainly by household consumption, followed by the investments made by companies in building equipment. In the neighboring Republic of Moldova, the multinational military exercise Fire Shield has begun, with 26 troops from Romania and 150 from the US taking part. The exercise marks 24 years since the formation of the National Army of Moldova. shortly after Chișinău proclaimed its independence from Moscow on August 27, 1991. On Southern State, more than 100 Moldovan soldiers are taking part in the 2015 drills taking place in Poland under the name of Aegis. According to the Constitution, the Republic of Moldova is a neutral state, but it has been cooperating with NATO since 1994. The capital city Chișinău hosts the National Intelligence Center, and Moldovan troops took part in the post-conflict reconstruction operation in Iraq between 2003 and 2008. Great Britain is ready to do more to help overcome the immigration crisis in Europe and to provide resettlement to thousands more Syrian refugees. The British Prime Minister David Cameron said on Friday. Cameron is giving to rising pressure in Great Britain favouring the provision of more aid for refugees. The UN Commissioner for Refugees, Antonio Guterres, has urged for the resettlement of at least 200,000 asylum seekers in the EU and has stated that all EU member countries should take part in this program. Since the beginning of the year, at least 300,000 people have crossed the Mediterranean and 2,600 have died trying to do that. The EU is making efforts to deal with this unprecedented flow, the largest of the world since. Many of the refugees are fleeing countries devastated by wars such as Syria and Afghanistan, putting their lives at risk in order to reach the West. Now, sports, the Romanian national rugby team plays against Tonga in Bucharest on Saturday in the last test before leaving for England for the World Cup, due to begin on September 18th. Romania is part of the competition's Group D alongside France, Ireland, Canada and Italy. The Romanian rugby team has taken part in all the World Cup final tournaments so far. And that was the news.
You are listening to Radio News on Radio Romania International.